Of course not. They
Well,
don't teach that in
I just
Israel.
imagine her on some beach in Jerusalem, like listening to you talk about taking 15 cocks last night or whatever.
Yeah.
She's sitting there like, well, if we just finished off Iran, maybe it would end.
She's like, that Taylor's making a lot of sense on this political thing. He's the only one that knows is that there's
it might be the opposite with my Israel takes.
Oh
She
yeah,
might,
maybe not Israel takes. Yeah.
She might be like, I don't know.
wild.
I don't know about any of these guys anymore.
I saw a Fetterman interview where he
with Jon Stewart.
Yeah. I'm glad
yeah.
you mentioned. I couldn't summon who it was with, but Jon Stewart was, first of all, being way nicer than he should have been. I think because of the disability that Fetterman has with his speech and reasoning skills. Guy got a fucking stroke and became a Republican somehow. But he's like, the red line for me is Israel, and Jon Stewart's like, really? Israel's your red line, where you like. You agree with these fellow Democrats on 80% of policy, on maybe taxation or this or that or the other, but you disagree with them Israel. So it's a red line. You don't want anything to do with them. You're acting like they're a third party or something because they're against Israel or the funding of Israel's war. And he's like, yeah, I think what's really important to focus is that Israel.
He said they should leave the party if they're not pro-Israel. They should go start their own party. And then he did the thing that every pro-Israel person does, in that they conflate being anti-Semitic with supporting the Israeli government. And, he's just like, yeah, Jews are people too, or whatever he said, like it's important that we support the Jewish people. And Jon Stewart, who is Jewish, is
Loved
like,
it.
the Israeli government and the Jewish people, that's not the same thing. Like you can be okay with Jewish people. You can like Jewish people, but Israel's not America. And he just answered some other question he didn't ask.
I wonder who he's being funded by. What a question.
Well, retardation? I don't think they're having to fund him. This guy's a loon. Like this guy had a stroke and got. Dude,
they have to.
There is no.
So he had a stroke
poster
and
board.
then he. Well, I know he had a stroke before he ran, and then he was a Democrat.
Like during the process.
Like during it. And now he had so as he's recovering from his stroke, he's like, the only thing I'm recovering mentally is my love for Israel. Like
he became a conservative after brain damage.
This guy's not a conservative. He votes with the Democrats most of the time.
I saw him in a photograph with Donald Trump yesterday. He was there with the team, some collegiate team. I don't even know what the fuck he has to.
His name should be Igor. He gives me such Igor vibes.
Yes. He's sort of a hunchback, and he had a suit on for that for this event with Trump. He's kind of given up on the K-Fed look he was rocking before.
Well, that's really brave of him, because if there's one lobby that has just no influence in our country, it's Israel.
Poor people. It's a shame. They just can't get heard.
They just can't get heard. Yeah. I think most people have had enough.
Yeah, Fetterman seems to vote with Republicans on the most important stuff. Like whenever they need a vote, like some cabinet confirmation or whatever, Fetterman comes through, and he's very buddy with Trump. They're talking about him switching parties. I don't know if I'm almost sure he's going to get primaried because Democrats are very unhappy with him.
Of course.
Good. Fuck that guy. If he's in favor of that war, then he can eat shit. Like
he
enough.
Literally has brain damage and he can't communicate well. Who wants him as their representative? You know what I mean?
They were saying,
let me
years
speak
ago,
for myself before you send the brain-addled Igor-looking motherfucker to speak for me.
Dude, they were saying when he was even worse than this years ago in running, like when he was still a Democrat, like they were saying it was like bullying to point out the fact that he was like,
I remember,
blew good.
I agree with what you're saying. It's just true. And I think I'm a little bit guilty of it, but I had this hope that he would recover. Like, all right. Listen, I know he had a stroke, but I'm hoping 6 months from now, there are like no symptoms to it, because sometimes strokes go that way.
Yeah.
But it's been years. And I mean, he took off an extended amount of time for depression. I don't want to be insensitive to depression. I feel like I understand it more than average people do. But I also don't think you get to take off months from work. Like only senators consider their jobs so optional that they just check out for months and months at full pay and don't participate.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Look at McConnell.
Count Dracula. Where's fucking Mitch
He
McConnell?
just checked out, and they said he's going to rehab. I'm like, is this rehab hospice? Tell me what we got really cooking.
I think
saw
we've got
a
a weekend at Bernie's situation.
They had a clip of him. I saw it on Reddit.
Did you see?
We have a clip here of Mitch McConnell being checked out of hospital, and it was a clip from that "Thank You for Leaving" show where the people fall out of the bottoms of coffins naked.
Yeah,
that guy sucks too. Like, we don't have any good representatives. They all suck.
They all suck.
Like we're up shit creek, and only the worst people on earth are allowed positions of power. Anyone who like has our actual interest in mind gets weeded out by donors.
McConnell has already, this is as of 7 hours ago, been discharged from the rehab center, and he'll continue recovery at home. So I guess he's better.
That was a quick turnaround.
I hope he's got like you remember that, like, what was that exoskeleton? Was it in like District 9? Like, I hope he comes out with with one of those like exoskeletons. That would be kind of funny. But yeah, that guy sucks. He looks like a turtle.
All true. I think we're being lied to. Hot take, I know, but I don't think he's really excelled in rehab.
Something's happened to him, and they're hoping that it goes away. Like maybe he's had some sort of Bell palsy befall him, and he's all like twisted up and weird looking. And they're like, the doctor's like, it could go away in a week. It could never go away. And they're like, let's give it a week then. Fuck. Let's keep the cameras away.
There's some sort of Feinstein situation where, like, I guess the governor wants to appoint his replacement. Now, the governor's a Democrat, but he doesn't get to choose. He gets to choose off a list provided by the Republicans. Okay. So it's not like the seat's going to flip. The Republicans are going to give him 4 or 5 choices and he'll pick one. They want to do that immediately. If you're a Democrat, at least you could pick the best guy on the list. But I think the Republicans would rather choose without having a Democrat in the process. And that's why they're pretending that McConnell's going to bounce back, so that it's really soon. It might have even been like today or tomorrow, where the deadline for replacing him ticks over. And
he's looked bad for a while. Like, I've seen a lot of
just
weird
go to
moments.
The election.
He had a stroke like a year ago.
Out a few times. He like had those like, in the middle of a speech. He like froze and looked
several times.
Like it was weird. It wasn't like I flubbed and forgot my place in a sentence, and now I'm gonna pivot. It wasn't what was that? It was like a deer in the headlights. Suddenly, like he.
How did I get here?
Yeah,
alarmed.
Like all of a sudden, the demon that's been puppeting him for the last 75 years, like, lost its grip suddenly.
Well, he was probably okay when he was 9.
Woke up. He was like,
"Hey, Kyle, didn't you once take like an SSRI that gave you brain freezes? Does that?"
Yes, we talked about that last week.
Okay, yeah. See, I am a little McConnellish.
What did you take? What causes this?
Do you relate to it? Was that anything like what you think he saw?
No. My I would have these like jolts of like pain and like what felt like electricity inside my brain, but I wasn't like befuddled by them. Like, I wasn't like, oh, now I don't know where I am. I was just like, that felt weird.
I gotta support Israel.
It would be like if you literally got like zapped a little, like physically
in the brain.
You'd just be a little bit.
But there was no associated confusion, just discomfort.
Nah, yeah, just discomfort, and like mostly like it was like when you have hiccups that come and go, and like there'll be like a minute or two will go by without a hiccup, and then out of nowhere, fuck, that one kind of scared me.
See, like you said, we have like a Feinstein situation with him, Woody. The problem now is we have like at any given point, like a dozen Feinstein situations where there's just it's just whack-a-mole of like, that guy's 88, that guy's 91, that guy's 84. Court. Like
all of the people who are shaping the direction our lives are going to go in for the next 15 to 25 years are 70 plus years old. The people who are checking out any day now are the ones who are deciding what the momentum going forward how it will be shaped. And inevitably where we will go.
Wait till you hear about the voter base. Yeah.
I don't think much of the voter base either.
I mean, it's like it's boomers that are voting for it. Missouri just had something that they were going to slowly phase out income tax, like state income tax, and boomers shut it down with their voting power. where they were like, nope, we don't want to get rid of income tax because none of them are really making income anymore. And so they don't want to sacrifice young people funding their lives. And it's like, this is, this gerontocracy is gotta end.
Young people should probably learn to vote.
Yeah. There's not enough young people. They're still the largest voter bloc.
That's not
well,
true.
It is a representative government. Maybe they don't need to be represented.
Yeah, politics is pretty gay. It doesn't seem to serve our best interests. It seems almost co-opted.
I'm calling for a new system. I'm calling for a new system. I think we need to do something different.
Kings, back to Kings, bada bing.
Well, I don't know about Kings per se, but I've been watching a lot of Walking Dead shorts, and I think maybe some sort of a fiefdom, like local fiefdoms, sort of a warlord type situation. A guy who'd look out for you.
That is, that's Kings,
it works
right?
well in Africa.
No, they don't have governments there.
Nothing works well in Africa, but that's
they
because
have
of Africa.
fiefdoms.
We could have a
warlords
fiefdom here, and it would work. Okay,
you got guys like Buck Naked. You remember him?
The other people who did fiefdoms,
electricity.
The other fiefdoms, they just didn't do it right. Here, if we try a fiefdom, it'll work better.
It did work for thousands of years throughout Europe, having kings and shit.
It worked pretty well. The Native Americans, I mean, they were right on the edge of inventing the fence.
But they were, let's not be mean to them, but they were not putting points in their skill trees. They were not updating.
They didn't know that part of the game. They probably had a whole, like, all this pottery credit like stored up, and they're like, I didn't know we could do more.
They're just like, I guess we finally won.
We haven't explored.
These guys that just showed up go pretty hard in the paint, like they cool ass helmets and shit. Yeah.